So I feel like she's what he was used to. And then I feel like Rose is kind of where he should go next. And I feel like that's where he gets where he's fighting with himself. So it's like, you have the woman that you should be with. Like, okay, she got her she do hair, she's making money, and and she acts like, I guess she would be closer to a wifey than what you would think Sahara is, because when you see her, like you call her the rah-rah and everything, right? But I think that's where he's used to, you growing up in Philly and stuff like that. So a lot of people will say like, oh, Philly chicks is this, Philly chicks is that. But if you a Philly dude, you used to the rah-rah because you around it all the time. So it's either you gonna do two things. You gonna not deal with it, or you going to tame it. And I feel like Cam, from what he was used to, he like, well, I can tame it. I'm not scared of it. It could also be too, he could have aunties and his mama and somebody could act just like Sahara. So he's not even afraid of it. He like, oh, I know that deep down, she'll act right, or this, that, and the other. Or how guys be like, well, if I lay the pipe properly or whatever, she might chill out or something, give her to act right. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have all of these things, but to me, it just feel like Kim is just divided. And I think it happens like that in a lot of relationships where people try to get better, do better. They see themselves in a better position. Suppose you get a new job. So now that means that your circle's supposed to change and everything like that. But then you still have what you used to, and I see it all the time with Philly people, especially when they try to get famous. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we could do Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel where he was like, yo, you got to start wearing suits. And he like, nah, I'm with the streets. So I feel like a lot of times Philly people always get to that point where it's like they have to make a decision. Do you stick to what you used to, which would be street hood, and you want to be that person, or do you cross over and you become something else? And I think when it goes to becoming something else, being the man that Rose would need, he might feel inadequate, especially with his background. But I don't know if y'all look at it like that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think Sahara's getting a bad edit. I actually think she's a softie deep down inside.
With a neck
Um,
tattoo?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Eh,
I don't think Rose quite challenges his um, drive to hunt. She's
Yeah.
open. She's a hopeless romantic. There's. It didn't seem like there's a challenge there. Really, all he had to do was look at her and smile. And she talks about the chocolate and the teeth and all that. And guys can be dumb when they see a good woman. You know it's a good woman, but then it's a good woman. You probably have seen a lot of good women, passed up a lot of good women, being dumb. But with Sahara, she has this harder exterior, which I think she uses to vet her dudes. So once you figure that out and you can crack that as a guy, it feels like you have the master lock to this safe that no one else does.
Ain't that the same thing I just said?
No,
Well, like
no,
tamer. No?
no. I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
besides the hunt thing, but when I said that he's going to tame her, is that's not the same thing? The master lock taming is not the same?
No, because he know I don't think he know I don't think he feels that he can tame her. Like tame her, you know? I
So let
feel
me ask you
like
something.
mhm,
Are you dating right now?
yeah.
What's your girl neck tattoo say?
I don't think that's a she don't have one, but I don't
Oh,
think
all right.
that
Okay, I just wanted
determines
to
the
know.
person. I
PO.
don't think that determines the person.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
hold on. PO, you dating right now?
No, I don't date anymore, man. You know, I just chill.
You don't date. You ain't sleeping with nobody.
But a
I
neck
sleep.
tattoo is not a deal breaker.
Wait. I didn't say it was a
Yeah.
deal breaker. I just want to know what her neck tattoo say. So PO, the girl that
Yeah,
you last time spent time with, what her neck tattoo say?
that don't say nothing. That's because I broke her neck. No, I'm joking.
But I think it says Nas, and that can be someone that she was either related to or may have lost. And
Okay, I'm just doing a survey.
mhm.
So, Fernando, what's your girl neck tattoo say?
Who said I got a girl? What?
Not I don't mean girl
What?
as in girlfriend. I
What?
just mean any woman that you've been around, you
Oh,
dealing with, sleeping with, whatever. What her neck tattoo say?
savage.
Say
Right there.
Fernando's.
Savage.
That's what it
Right on her
says.
neck.
Fernando's.
Nigga.
That part.
I just think that sometimes, you know, you gotta read the writing on the neck.
The writing on the neck.
What do you think it means, Lex?
I'm just saying a neck
What does,
tattoo is
what
not.
does it say? What does it say?
I don't know.
I think it says Nas, Nas.
I can't really see it, but I just know that
That's for nasty.
you have to be in a certain state of mind. You have to be in a certain place in your life for you to sit down and be like, yo, put his name on my neck.
I
But that's
understand.
all.
But well, here's the thing too, and I get where you're going, because to me, if I see a woman with a neck tattoo, that's signaling to me what her earnings potential is going to be, right? And I mean, and so that means that I need to go step in and probably do a little bit extra, because you know, when it comes to the type of employment, you know, like you can't be the CEO of a company and you got a visible neck tattoo. Now, I mean, in some cases, I guess you can if you open up your own business or whatever, and you do that. But I mean, from a realistic perspective, people are going to judge you based off of your image, right? Your image is the first thing that I get to know about your personality is your image, and then I'm measuring what comes out of your mouth next to your image. And so
Right.
you have a neck tattoo, and you have this sort of loudness or overtone in a room. People are going to
But
look at it and say, oh man, 1 + 1 = this. Now I mean, I'm not painting her with that broad brush, but optically, right? Optically, when I first see somebody based, I'm going off of optics. I'm going to calculate all of this stuff. Okay, you got the neck tattoo. You might be a little bit too loud, so I can't see you really, or being so boisterous. I can't see you in a position that's going to, mesh well with who I am in terms of, financially. So I don't want you to have the same energy, or matched energy, but it's got to be close energy. Like I can't just I mean, I could do it all, but why do like some of us men like
Pete, are you turning Rihanna down? Rihanna, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez,
but they got millions.
Ariana Grande.
They got
Hailey
millions
Bieber.
though. But this is my first concern as a man is this, and you and any other man that's out here. The first thing you want to be secured on is what the bank tell you, right? You want to know you got money in the bank or whatever. And then the second thing is you need to know how you're going to protect your money in the bank. And when you have somebody that can't match your energy on that level, then your protection is breached, because you're gonna be doing. I mean, and it's okay if you married to somebody like I do pretty well for myself, and I can take care of everything, right? But there also has to be somebody that can support you if you can't, and that's the part of the protection that me as a man I'm looking at.
But every time you add a stipulation, the chances of you meeting that person drops.
I mean, but to be clear, meeting somebody with a decent earnings potential isn't really a big ask.
well, let me ask this.
What
about
considering the fact that, I mean, you have to consider the source though, because like if I'm in the hood, it's a different thing. I don't live in the hood. I used to. I'm not in the. I'm not in the hood. You know, I'm far removed from all of that stuff. So my whole entire like the way that my thought process is, and my expectations are way beyond that. And so, like you're not gonna hang out with me, Ty. You're not gonna hang out with me if I'm like, yo, Ty, if I call your phone tomorrow and be like, yo, can I hold $50? You might give it to me like, damn, Pete, he down bad. And then I call you next week and be like, yo, man, I know I said I was gonna pay you back the 50, but can I get another 50 off you? You don't want that energy on over
We
there.
already know how it's gonna be. Hey, bro, how
Yeah.
you doing?
But-
I'll be like, what you need, Paul?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So when you subject yourself to people that you feel like isn't on your level, you know that you're gonna be picking somebody up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me ask this real.
Okay.
What about let's move away from the money real quick, right? What about just being her circle of friends? Like, you guys don't think about that?
Listen, okay. Let me do something for you, Lex, and tell you this. Men, the only thing we worry about is money. You know why? Because when you have money, you can have women, you can have cars, you can have vacations, you can have trips, you can do whatever you want to do. Money has to be there first, right? So once you understand that, understand what you're asking, what about the circle of friends? I mean, I will go around a bunch of ratchets. I don't care about that because I know I'm going to at the end of the day.
Right,
So
but
that doesn't matter.
I guess I'm thinking, like, when you think about her circle of friends, it's also her network, the people she talking to, the people that surround her. So, like, when y'all have relationship issues and the friends start chiming in, now you got a bunch of ratchets. Like, it's not even just one ratchet now. Like,
Right.
now it's just a bunch of them that's like, oh girl, he this, he that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. All right, maybe it's just me.
But we don't
analyze.
know that she got ratchet friends.
Ty,
It's an assumption. It's an assumption. We don't know.
And just for the record, I don't know what type of cheese she got in the bank, and she could be 100,000 there, a millionaire, trillionaire. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just speaking in general in terms of women that present with stuff like that. That's it.
right, got you.
All right. We are where we at? We're talking about I think we're moving on to I think I left a note. Cam and Angie exchanging numbers. I think we moved past that. Cisco and Tay have another conversation. She mentioned that she still got reservations, but is open to moving forward. The Polly thing comes up with Fritz again, but I think it was quick. And we get a scene with Coley and Eddie, and then Coley admits that she would have bounced if he would have just said the word. So
Fuck.
Angie mentioned that was disrespectful. Eddie refusing to kiss, but I think that Coley was testing him. I think Coley was testing him. I think she did some research and she was testing him. And then I think you'll see, if you watched it in the date that Eddie and Coley had, his response, you could see the confirmation in her face about him. And I think she may have checked out at that point.
Nah, I saw something a little bit different. I saw Coley trying to mark territory. Women like dogs peeing where they gotta. I think that she was saying, you know what? I'm gonna try to mark my territory while everybody sees what's going on. And then once they see this, they're gonna back off.
So a couple things about that. So one, I left a note, and in the note I put, is she tipsy?
She is drunk. She's
Yeah,
drunk.
you can see some other
Drunk.
scenes
Paul,
of
what it was? She
her
was drunk.
in the
Huh?
background, all that stuff. But also, Paul, you got to remember, she may not know anything else. All she knows is what Eddie been telling her. So
Well,
she may not feel like she need to mark anything.
so my thing is this here though. We saw one kiss just given. So why
But
don't you just so if I'm telling you it's all good and it's all love, bring that shit in. You ain't got to ask.
right. So Coley
I mean,
don't know about Eddie and Angie because Coley wasn't at the barbecue.
right. So
And
why
Coley
didn't
was literally at the date sitting across from Angie and Wayne.
well, first off, all right, there's always
So
something wrong.
why would she think Angie and Eddie is a connection right now?
All right, but let me explain this to you. And you answer this question to me. A woman asking you to give her a kiss, is there anything wrong with that woman?
Bro, I know if
Yes or no?
you gotta ask, you already know.
Exactly.
If the
Okay.
dude is not pursuing you, you
Mhm.
already know.
Right. And so for me, I mean, it's just pretty much you putting out your own fire when you say to me, give me a kiss.
And
Like,
I think, yeah, and I think I got that picture of her in the lap.
mhm.
She in his lap. He not holding her.
Right.
Kind
He
of
got
like
his
them
hand.
hugs.
Yeah.
Like in the previous hugs, I think it was Cam. Cam is hugging her back. Cam's not hugging her.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I
So let
don't
me ask you.
really. Mhm.
So
Shorty was drunk, bro. Like, I hear what y'all saying. I get your perspectives. But for
I got
me,
to go back and
it
see
was
it.
a
Let me see.
drunk girl on the steps. She saw Rick Fox Jr. and was like, oh, I'm kissing him right now. And he kept it player. Like, nah, Shorty, back up. You're doing too much.
I'm about to see.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see
that's
that. Like, I probably wouldn't want that either.
that's what I got from it. I feel like
I
Coley
didn't know she
feels
was
like
drunk.
she said it. She admitted it in the group that she was drunk. You
Oh,
know, and it's funny because she seemed like she was the only one drunk. So I asked her, I'm like, did you bring your own liquor or did they give it to you? Because I remember seasons from what I heard from certain castmates is that usually they'll have y'all in the sun cooking and then they'll give y'all liquor. They liquoring y'all up. The food is very limited. But to me, I'm watching them at this thing. They don't seem to be liquored up. Everybody got a bottle of water. I don't even think I've ever seen a bottle of water on an episode before. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had a bottle of water, but she was the only one that was drunk. I kind of find it hard. Like that to me, that's like you holding the what's them little things that they carry around? Like that's
a
what it was
flash.
given
A
a
flash.
flash, yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was just weird. You the only one, like nobody, not even like nice, like not even a giggle. You just outright. But I feel like when she went for that kiss, I feel like it was almost like an entitlement. I feel like you feel like you bad. Sometimes girls be feeling like they the cutest girl in the place or whatever, and she can pull any dude. And I feel like she thought that she was going to get the kiss. And I don't think she asked right away. I think she went in. And then when he dodged it going in, then she said, give me a kiss, right?
Can we play like 5 or 10 seconds of that?
No. So if you remember, it was pretty much announced to the group that both of them need to be over in the tall, good-looking people section.
Don't matter.
So in her mind, and as far as we can see, Eddie's only other connection may be Deanna. So she may feel like they are locked in right now. So I don't know if it was an entitlement thing at all. I think
To me,
it's
that
just
that felt like entitlement. And then even when they had the date, he was kind of like it just came out of left field. That's what I got from it.
Hold on. Can I play
was
this? Can I
she
play
wasn't the
this?
only one that got a kiss
Can I
either.
play this?
So
Can I play
Who got
this
a kiss?
segment?
Yeah, play it. I
we're
don't
gonna
know.
talk about it.
Let me see. Let me see if it'll let me. Let me see. Hold on one sec. All right, here we go. Yeah, got it.
All right, Paul. Can't be too much now.
No, I know. Is it gonna let me?
Don't come on, Jay. It ain't
No.
up
Okay,
like
so
it could.
while he's doing that, Ty, who else got a kiss?
Fritz.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
Am I sharing at all?
Nah. You know.
Oh, hold on. My thing just. Oh no
And
wonder.
with the Fritz kiss, I feel like he had no competition, or she had no competition, however you want to look at it. Like she was cool with it, he was cool with it. You know what I mean? He won't lose to nothing. So it was like, oh, let's kiss. Whereas with my man, damn, what's your name? I forget that fast. With Kobe.
Eddie. Eddie.
Eddie, yeah, Eddie, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He got options. So Eddie can't be out there like that, just kissing just anybody. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
gotta be smart about it and tactical about it.
Yeah.
And
In his
also,
defense, she kissed him in his defense. And he said he wasn't even expecting that. That
wait,
came
did
out of
they
nowhere.
actually kiss? I thought he dodged it.
She kissed him. You talk about Eddie? Or
Eddie,
Shanice?
yeah,
Nah, they
Eddie's
didn't
kiss.
kiss. Eddie didn't
Okay,
kiss.
okay. Because you know Eddie lived with his baby mama, so I don't think he kissing on TV.
Mm. And then I also like the little camaraderie with Eddie and Jay at the end. That was some brotherhood. That was some brotherhood going on right there.
You got a picture of it,
Hold on.
Eddie and Jay afterwards.
Eddie and Jay.
Not Eddie and Jay. No.
Who named Jay? Oh, Jay. Oh, I remember who he is. The guy with the braids.
But
Oh,
Jay
here we go.
did say, I got you. I got you.
Okay, here we go. Couple seconds of this. Am I sharing? Can you see? Or no?
Oh wait, hold on. Something loading. Okay, there we go.
Got it?
Yeah.
No. I'm trying to get a. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. My bad. All right, here we go. Boom.
You got walls up.
Now this action right here is what I'm talking about. Here we go.
He not even
Ready?
touching her.
Nah. And then she gets on him.
Oh, it was so funny, yo. I know they did it for contractor.
Now look in this moment right here. All right, this is the moment where it's all about to go down.
So what that mean? I'm gonna knock them down.
Yeah, so okay. She's definitely slurring. She's yeah, you're absolutely right. She's definitely slurring. Sound like she, had it up in a little bit.
I didn't like the fact that Coley and Eddie are hooked up and getting super close because
Now, this moment in this action, it seems like he's being a nice guy. Like, oh, come on, girl, you too much right now. You feel me?
to me that's disrespectful.
You over there hugged up with Chloe? I'm gonna kill
So
you.
now this is what we have to uncover though. Why does she feel like it's disrespectful?
I left that note, Paul. How and why is that disrespectful? What is Eddie telling Angie?
And more importantly, what does Coley know about Angie? Because if she's saying that that's disrespectful, that she's doing that, not that he's doing that, she's doing that. So
I mean,
Coley
don't-
must already be on notice.
but
No, I don't think Coley knows.
No, when you guys are inside the lounges and you like, oh, that's my top. Like, you don't think that's what it's from?
I look back. I don't think Angie ever mentioned Eddie.
Right.
Mm.
Mhm.
I think Angie just being too possessive, like how she was pressed on Wayne last episode or whatever.
Right.
And then now she pressed on Eddie, and it's like, come on, Shorty.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Because last week I think we were in the men's vault. Last week.
Mm-hmm.
Who you remember? She was in the she was sitting in her bathing suit talking to somebody. That was Eddie, right?
Yeah. So okay, I'll take it back. In the ladies' lounge, Angie did mention that her strongest connection is Eddie because Wayne doesn't text or call, and she thinks that she may have scared Cam off. So that was the ladies' lounge from 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Which one was Wayne again? The one with the things of the he's
With
still
the
on the show?
no. This was 2 episodes ago.
Okay,
I
got
think
you.
they.
All
I
right.
think Wayne may have got voted off that day.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So then here's the kiss part.
Both of y'all, I'm wondering why Coley is talking to
Oh, he dodged. You see his face go that way.
Yeah.
my connection. But you know, I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live for today.
I think she's just talking. I'm pretty sure she understands this. We're all dating. They're all dating.
Yeah.
Ain't none of
Oh.
it disrespectful.
Yeah,
honestly.
but that's what I'm saying. There has to be some conversations that was had for her to say, "Yo, this is disrespectful." Here we go.
Give me a kiss. Oh, about you? You scared? Turn around. No.
Yeah, that was a straight diss. Man, he's smiling. No, it didn't want nothing to do with that. All right, I'm gonna let you have it back, brother. All right. Yeah, that was a diss, and I mean, I thought Eddie and Coley had something going. I thought they was gonna do something. I thought they was gonna have some pretty curly haired babies running around the crib. That ain't gonna happen.
Even from when they got introduced, Eddie didn't seem like his energy, like he was taken to her. At no time did I see Eddie even look remotely at her like, yeah, I want you, or I'm turned on by you or attracted to you. I didn't see that at all in his face. And I mean, I'm sure they probably cut certain things, but
Right.
I ain't see.
Yeah, this part right here that we just watched, man, that right there is the total, like the water on the fire.
Yeah, she should have walked off the stage. She should have walked straight off and walked into the sunset with that.
Mm-hmm. But she could have been doing too much because she was drunk.
Yeah. There's a clip of her. I think you can see her in the background, and Cisco's lap, like literally.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see it?
Yo,
He
in the
picked
air.
her up.
In the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah. We had that same type of situation going on.
Let's talk about this Fritz and Shanice moment, and then I think we could probably move on from the
Yes. Yeah. You mean Fritz and
Fritz and Shanice.
Oh yeah.
So I took this as just two adults making that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quick. They got to holding hands. Like I said, in these group situations, the connection become very clear. And sometimes you don't have to speak on it. It just happens. Because you don't want to reiterate that you don't have a strong connection. You don't have a strong connection. Okay, let's link. It just happens.
I feel like she probably the only person that didn't come at him talking about that poly stuff. I think she just came, spent time, played around. She using her feminine wiles, being a little feminine and soft and everything, and then it just took place. But do I believe it? I don't, it don't look.
What do you believe so far, Lex?
It don't look dug into me. I told you I believe Cam and Sahara, like, I feel like there is definitely something there. I guess, maybe if they had sex or whatever the case would be, I don't really know. But I feel like Cam and Sahara, but I think that uh he still got an attraction to Rose. I think, just what I told you. Like, I think he's divided between the two of them. Um, as far as people, I believe Naeem, and you know what? I did put up a picture in the group. I saw him, he's a Muslim. So now people in the group are changing. And I bring this up because, the fans, how they talk, they're saying that they understand now the bunch of kids because he's Muslim. So they figure that he probably was married and had the kids, and that's what's happening. So now they're giving him a pass. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but they giving him a pass now because they're like, oh, he's Muslim. So, you know. Um and as far as another connection, I think that's about it. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, and the Cisco and Tay, I think she's definitely gonna get caught up.
Okay.
I will say I do like your analysis though earlier. I know it's a little late now, but you mentioned how Cam is used to a Sahara, but probably should get a Rose. I think that was a very, very good analysis on that part.
Thank you.
Only connection I think you missed out on was Kiera and Jay, with the braids. They seem to be pretty locked in off rip on the first episodes.
Yeah, they in there.
Oh,
I think the last bullet point we have now is the game that they were playing. Do y'all have any comments about the question game about the guys?
I
I
think
thought it
that
was
was
cool.
horrible.
Yeah, so I'll tell you the questions they ask. Who had sex in the funeral home? Sex on a crowded beach in Puerto Rico? Expresses love through affection and words. Relieves stress by working out. Sex in an Uber is a fantasy. I didn't really believe that. Pray to private parts.
I didn't believe that.
Somebody is being a munch. I couldn't believe they put that on.
Yeah.
Picnicking for a date and waiting the longest to wait for sex is a month. I don't believe that either. But then y'all see Rose's reaction to that about learning new things about people. I think that was pretty telling. And Angie and Sahara won the contest, so they're gonna go on dates next.
I feel like this was very bad on production. I feel like okay, so if you're going to go sexual, I feel like it should have been in an intimate setting. It shouldn't have been something like this. And I'm mad that they even went sexual so deep. Like, okay, one or two, sprinkle them around here and there, but let's hear about some other stuff, like who do charity or something, or who a mama's boy, or something else. It shouldn't have just been all of that. And that whole ass eating thing was just wow. Like, it was just like, what? Like, I don't even know. It was just so distasteful.
I will say I feel like it would have been more detrimental if it was females answering the questions. I think they would have probably got dogged a lot more if they would have had the answers to those questions, because they might have been judged more for it. Whereas with the guys, it's kind of just a bad look. But like the female saying she want to do something in an Uber, or she talking about she like eating ass, things like, whoa, shorty, you wild. So I do agree it kind of went a little too far. But it showed aspects of people I didn't realize, I wouldn't have thought about. So you learn something, I guess.
Phil, what you got?
Yo, what's good? My fault for
Hey.
being late.
You good?
Hey,
Here we go. What's up? I'm trying to catch up to what part y'all are on. Hold on, let me put my volume up.
So we're ending the block party. You remember our very first group?
Nice tie, by the way, Phil.
Huh?
Nice tie.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
All right.
I mean, we talk about it later. Am I the only one that thought this block party was pointless? I thought this was dumb. I'm not gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real. I thought this was a horrible look for not only the guys. I thought it was a horrible look for the show. I thought it was just bad. It was just bad business. This was dumb. This was exposing some of the superficial, non-relationship BS that I don't think anybody really cares to know. I don't care who's praying or whose private parts. It really did nothing for my day. I really thought this was like the waste of time.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
agree.
really. Yeah, it was long. Do you feel like they still should have had a group event, or the fact that it was just the way that they did it?
I think the whole concept was dumb. This isn't a RTL block party. It's like 10 people in a block party
Yeah.
outside, like manufactured. It's not real. It's not. There's nothing to it. It felt forced. It felt like, yo, we didn't have a concept for this episode, so we're just gonna have y'all at a block party. Like we didn't just have a pool party. Like I couldn't understand if it was like something that Philly had going on, and yet they was out there. It was just like, yo, we couldn't find a location, so we're just gonna put y'all on a street block and film and play dumb games, because I don't think none of the guys benefited from this game. Yeah, it was. Usually I'm not that critical. This one I was critical about. I was just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. To me, it almost feel like they was just trying to show the Prince Hall thing in the background, because I watched it, right, where every other window they were in front of or any other business, you can't read the signs. That was the only one sign that came through 100%. I don't know what that was about, but I
Shout
felt
out,
like
shout out to my PH brothers.
I feel like it was done intentional for that purpose, because you're right. I mean, the only other thing would have been they supporting the small businesses, the trucks and stuff that was out there, but they definitely should have had more people. It was really weak, for real.
yeah. Like I'd rather them just go to a house and play something different. Like it just felt really weird.
Yeah.
They probably
And then
had.
Tommy, sorry.
Oh, Thomas.
No, I was gonna say Tommy bringing out his wife and stuff for just them. Like, yeah, it was just weird, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tommy be on there. He always on doing something weird.
so
These are my words.
so they Sahara and Angie won the dates. So we got 2 dates now: Sahara and Fritz, and Angie and Hussein. Let's start with Sahara and Fritz. I wrote some notes that I think she just essentially trying to get him out of here. Then I put "she got game" as one of my notes, just LOL. And he keeps getting frustrated that the Polly thing keeps coming up, and I think that that's his fault. The people are gonna talk, and because he didn't address it in a group setting, now he's got to answer everybody one by one. And I think he should just take it instead of just being frustrated about it. Just face it head on and tell him what the real deal is. He did mention that he was intrigued. So the fact that he's intrigued, why can't other people be intrigued about him being intrigued? Those are his words.
This is what happens when you get caught in a lie, right?
Right.
When you get caught in a lie and you're not prepared for it,
Mm-hmm.
you get caught out there. Now you're like trying to figure out like, what story you're going to use, how you're going to do it. I said this last week, like, bro, come on, man. You follow NASA, but you're not an astronaut, all that nonsense. It's like the weird stuff. Just own it. The fact that you got asked this question once, you should have went home like, yo, this is my story. This is how I'm going to sell it. Or just be like, yo, I don't know what y'all talking about. Next question. The fact that he's trying to find a way to sell this and stand on it, but not stand on it at the same time, is because he got caught up and he was not prepared. And they're now calling him, they're pulling his card. Like, bro, this clearly is something that is sensitive to you because you're getting frustrated. If this is a random follow that you didn't mean to do, you wouldn't be frustrated.
But I feel like, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I don't know what hashtags I follow. That's the honest truth. So if somebody went on my page and was like, "Yo, you follow this shit, you follow that," I'd be like, "Dog, I know I follow that shit." I'll be cool.
Exactly, but you would be cool about it. Like, yo, bro, I don't know about it. You would be cool because it's the truth. When you know it's not the truth, You are sitting there, your tongue is tied. Like, you know what? I'm not an astronaut. I'm not. You're trying
But
to
I
find
mean,
different angles to satisfy each person, and now everybody's hearing a different story. You're playing a game of telephone, like.
but Phil, in all honesty, before that clip, did you know that somebody could peep your hashtag follows? Did you know that?
I didn't know that. So the first time he got asked, cool. But now it's multiple times. So if you knew that the first time, your answer should have been solid. If you tell me like, yo, Phil, you follow this big booty Judy on here, I would be like, yo, it's very possible I do. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and try to, oh my God, what? Nah, it's not like if you don't know that you followed it, like Fernando just said, like, yo, I don't know who I follow, but look how confident he sounded when he said it. You could honestly believe my man when he said, like, yo, I don't know who I follow. And if he would have said it like that, we would have believed him. But because of the fact he went in the extra mile of talking and sitting there telling people he follows NASA, but he's not an astronaut. He follows chefs, but he's not a cook.
And then he said it would never happen. Like he was going to turn down 2 women.
Yeah, right.
Come on, bro.
What in the straight world shit is he talking about?
But I mean, I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's situational. I feel like when you're in that situation, you on TV, you got the camera in your face, and somebody be like, "Oh, I seen you follow the hashtag." The first thing I'm thinking is you a stalker, right? And then I'm thinking to myself, like, "Damn, they can see what hashtags." So your mind is racing, like because even when it happened to him, I started thinking, because what happened is that my background, like, I've done sex talks and on the radio and things of that nature. So because of that, I have to follow a lot of things so I can get information for these things. So now I'm thinking like, well, damn, the dudes that, I could potentially be dating, they're going to follow my hashtags. You know what I mean? I follow BDSM, but I'm not doing it. What I'm saying? So it's like,
wait.
But if someone was to ask you about it, you wouldn't lie about it.
We cannot allow that to go. Excuse us. Can you repeat that?
I do though, but I follow the BDSM stuff, right? They got a whole website like Fetish Life or whatever. I signed up for Fetish Life. I wanted to see. You know what I mean? I just be watching though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like.
But let me point this out to you. Look at how confident you sounded in defending what you stand on, right?
But you know why?
Why?
Because I'm talking to you guys. If it was somebody who now I'm like, this is my potential and this, that, and the other, and he hit me with it, I'd be like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like it's coming to haunt me. Like now I gotta explain.
You real. If you got called out the first time and got caught off guard, are you getting caught off guard a second time, knowing that you're on camera? You know that these
by a different dude? Yeah, because I'm like, you too.
Then your player card is revoked. You ain't ready for this.
But I ain't a player. But at the same time,
that should have been like your homework assignment. Like, yo, like I'm gonna be real. When I told y'all last week, when the first time they talked about my mother, when I was not prepared for it, I was tight. I went home. I was like, you know what? If you ask me again, I know how I'm gonna respond to this because y'all not gonna catch me like this, right? And that's the sensitive part. I could easily be like, yo, we're not talking about this. And I knew for a fact that they would probably try it again. I'm gonna be prepared this time. You're not gonna catch me slipping about something that I should be comfortable with.
I feel like that's your personality though.
No.
Hold up. How much he paying you, Lex? How much he get you on the side? Like, yo, he get you on the side. Like, you're a lawyer. You got you on retainer?
No, I'm telling you, but that's my life. That's like, it's real. Somebody
exactly.
Be
like, when stuff is real, you know how to handle yourself. When you get caught, we all have this thing where we take a second to try to find out how we're going to address it. And he took a second, he had a third, he had a fourth, and my man is still failing at this one simple thing. Like, yo, bro, I like it. Who cares? I'm not saying this is what I do, but I'm into it. I like to see it. And everybody was like, yo, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Just be like, I was curious.
We've all been on that one weird website for, it's a PH website. We've all been there. If you ask me, I'm gonna be like, what? The first time. But the second time, I'll be like, yo, come on, I'm a man. You're not gonna catch me slipping like that. This answer should not be that hard. If you found out, if it was something that he did by accident, all you would have been like, yo, I went and checked. That's wild. I didn't even realize I clicked it. But
I'll
that's
just
not
be
his
like,
answer.
damn, I
His
can't,
answer
like,
is, I'm on that, but I'm not on that at the same time. So it's like, if you cool with it, I'm cool with it. But if you're not cool with it, nah, it's not me. That's what he was playing. He was trying to see if somebody would have said they was down, 100% he had that conversation like, yo, you like that too? We would have been vibing. But he was like,
But
nah,
I
you're not
think
feeling it? No, I don't know what it is.
no, that's not what he said. He said he was interested in it. He wanted to know more about it.
He was curious. He said he wouldn't do it though. He said he wouldn't do it.
In the interview, in the follow-up interview, I think he mentioned that he was intrigued. But in that moment, he even acted shocked, like it didn't happen.
I
He
feel
should've
like
just owned
all
up to it and been like, I was curious, so I checked it out.
it's a certain type of dude that's kind of corny, but when he get a bag, he decide that he want to live outside of himself, and I feel like that's where he's at.
Nah, if you got the bag, you should be way more confident. You should be like, yo,
Way more
what you gonna
confident.
do
Be
about
like,
it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna
Yeah.
do about it? Like, come on. Look,
Now you got to
understand
remember,
that.
you living all them years with them insecurities.
I
Yeah,
think it's because he
we
thinks
all
it's a
got
bad thing. He probably thinks that the fact that he follows that is a bad thing.
Unless
Where
he
he
cool,
can just own
then
it.
it's a good.
In that situation, I feel
Even in
like
that
he'll only.
situation, I don't think it's a bad thing.
What are you talking about? You on a dating show to find love?
Yo,
It ain't
dude
ready to
from
date.
Dallas wrote a whole book,
Hold up.
got
So,
stories,
hold
but
up,
that
hold up,
wasn't
hold
the
up, hold
only
up,
part
hold
of
up.
his life. That
Let's
wasn't
be
the
real.
only thing.
When you are dating,
He got his
there's
own
always gonna
show.
be something about
BOA,
the person you're-
Erotica got his own show. He wrote books and everything. Like he's standing in it and benefiting from it.
But yeah, that's his life though. But then at the same time, Marvin is not hard on the eye. Marvin, is that
Yeah, it's
Adonis
Marvin.
is not
It's
hard.
Marvin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not hard on the eye. So I think when you're growing up and you used to getting women and you already have a certain kind of game or a swag or whatever, things when you start maneuvering different things, it's a little easier for you. But when you corny and you just coming into yourself and like, all right, now they didn't like me before. What they say back in the day, you didn't like me, but now I got money, y'all all on me or some little rap song or whatever. You know what I mean? So now you're like, well, now I got it. So now I want y'all, like, now I can have 2, 3, because now it's starting to pop. A lot of people talking about it. So now it's just, that's where I'm at with it. So I think his thing was he gonna do the show. After he get off the show, he gonna get into the poly life. But whatever.
I think he already explored it.
Using the corny
I think he
defense.
already explored it, if you ask me. I
Realistically,
think most
Lex
people
is using the
have.
corny defense.
Yeah,
for
Man,
I'm
you're
like,
traveling to other
he's corny,
countries.
so he's okay
I'm
with
pretty
that.
sure you may have explored it.
Wait,
That's
all
good.
3 of y'all was talking at the same time.
Infinity plea for RTL.
Come on,
That's the infinity
Fritz.
plea for RTL. He's corny, so it's okay.
Just stand in it. But this was another thing that was hurting him. Like he admitted to just playing around.
Yo, you wild as hell.
I'm just saying, you can't use that as just because you're corny. That ain't selling me. I'm sorry.
It's not that
I
he,
appreciate the
corny
argument, but
people
I'm
don't
not
know
being
that they
sold on being
corny, Phil.
as a reason. And I'm not
Corny-
being sold on being corny as the reason why he can't explain why he's into poly life.
Corny
So
people
I'm
don't
sorry.
know that they corny. What they do is, just like when they tell you your mindset, they like, well, if you think you can't do it, then you can't do it. So, you always have people that even though they reach a certain place in life, they still got that mindset of who they used to be. But that's another thing. Let's go.
Yeah. So, real quick, he admits to messing to playing around. Sahara already knew that. Called him out on it, and basically confirmed her thoughts.
So can I ask, why did she even waste her date on him?
She didn't. They
Yeah.
made sure that she came
Yeah, they
there
force
on
you
their
on
own.
these dates. You don't get to
Like
really
that's
pick.
some shit that the producers is telling them that this is where you're going. You don't even know where you're going. Like
Oh,
you don't get to line up your own
Yeah.
dates. You don't say, yeah, put us together. The producers give you a call time and you show up, and then they tell you pretty much who you with and what the date is all about.
Yeah.
I
And
thought that was the usual premise, but I figured because she won something that she could pick. But okay, I got you.
No, she didn't pick
I went
that
on
dude.
like every date I found out when I got there.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what?
yeah, I thought about that too, Lex, but then I also thought, who else was she gonna pick?
Cam.
Cam might be a
Listen,
good time. Man.
There's a
I
reason
think
why.
he already in. I think they like her. Go ahead, Paul.
Now, there's a reason why Cam isn't getting. I'm sorry. There's a reason why we're not seeing the dates yet that Cam had with her, because trust and believe, by this time, her and Cam probably had at least 1 or 2 dates.
Don't be so sold on that.
Yeah, all their dates have
Don't
been
be so sold on that, man.
eliminations, except for maybe this last one.
I don't think I dated Sydney until like a week before the show ended, or a week and a half.
But dig this. All of the on my season, I had more dates than anybody else. I dated most of the women at least 4 times, right? Or at a minimum of 3. I had more dates than anybody. The days, you know how they had the blackout days? I never had one blackout day. I was always working.
Same.
Why?
I guess because
he delivers.
He delivers.
Because he delivers.
Ainsley Hail Snow.
They said we want all of want you on camera all day, every day. I never had a day off. And I was mad as hell. I'm like, yo, I don't want this shit. So
all right, so we know that the Sahara and Fritz was a wash, right? What about this Angie and Hussein date? So my notes say, I'm confused. Didn't Cam just bag? And then I put, nice work, Angie. Kudos to you. Those are my notes.
So help me out. Is it a thing that when you're on a show, you should get everybody's number?
Yeah.
Day 1, day 2, that's a little bit to be expected. I didn't get everybody's number because I wanted to be intentional. Because you could get a number and not call or not have time to call, or you could get all the numbers and spend all your time having different conversations.
Right. So her getting a number from Cam or however it was, I'm not thinking that's a thing. Like, isn't that just?
I'm thinking because her connections are gone. I think she went in on Wayne early. Wayne wasn't feeling her, and then you could clearly see her try to maneuver immediately after that.
I know I never heard of a sound bath before. That was like, okay. He a good one, because I'd have been annoyed sitting in that thing, hearing that mess going on.
Yeah, it affects people differently. Who was it? I think it was Blake that reacted differently to it. The sound bath is cool. If y'all ever heard 4D, if you ever had a 4D speaker, that takes some getting used to too. So
I think it was different. I just like the fact that they showed it. You know, I'm not really into it myself, but seeing it like that, it was just like, oh, okay. You know, but yeah, it just, I don't know. It was a cheesy kind of date. Like, what are they in, lawn chairs or something? I don't know. It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, if they were highlighting the Black business or supporting the Black business, I'm all for it. So it was cool on that aspect. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah,
She gave him the gift too, right?
Yeah, she did give him the gift. That was real touching.
Yeah, I think Angie's shooting her shot, dog. She trying to get something. She's trying to bag somebody.
I'm leaving here
Yeah.
with something.
I think those are zero gravity chairs.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
ask you
zero
something.
gravity chairs.
Do you feel like the women are like heavily aggressive? Like it seems like the women are
We can't
hunting.
use that
No,
word. We can't use that word.
what word we can't use?
Can't call women aggressive. That's a no.
Like
You
15-yard
crazy?
penalty,
A
15
woman
You
can
yard
do it, but
penalty.
a
Listen,
man can't do it. A man can't do it, dog.
listen. You could put up your disclaimer, Ty, because you love them disclaimers. Put up your disclaimer because I'm using the word aggressive. So that's what it's coming like. You know what I mean? Is it me though? Like to me, aggressive isn't bad, but it just seems like the women are hunting. You know, what you call it, going for the kiss. This one bringing a gift. Everybody kind of seem like they like, oh, you know, like they panicking almost and they just trying to lock the men down. Am I tripping?
Some of them are like that.
I'll say this.
I'm
There's
muted.
also, I don't know if they show this or not. There's also a part where Tommy will start telling people like, hey, we're starting to wind down. It's time for you to start zeroing in and pressing some of the men on where they stand with you, right? So there's some behind the scenes pushing of, hey, you need to start finding out where you stand with each person. So it may come across that way on camera, but behind the scenes, it's like, yo, where do you stand? You need to start coming down because we're getting towards the end.
And Angie said it to Wayne on camera. She said, run out of time and decisions need to be made.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the chopping block because they're eliminating that week anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
females
really
gotta,
hard.
they have no choice. That's why Shanice kissed old boy, in my opinion, because she was like, if I kiss him, I got one. I ain't going home. So
yeah. And I don't know if they know, but it's a double elimination week for the women.
Right.
But as far as they know, the men have the power that week, so they gotta make connections.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. So can I just do a little survey? How many of you would date Angie?
Who's Angie? The one that's on the screen right now?
Yeah.
I honestly think Angie's a sleeper. I don't know if. Go ahead, Paul.
I mean, I just prefer, my women to be a little bit darker.
Okay.
I mean, I like them, brown or darker, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. It's like, if
so let me ask you something. So your preference doesn't go out the window if you meet somebody with a good personality?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I got to meet you at like someplace like church or something to figure that out, because like my thing is, I am not going to meet you on day one and be like, oh, your personality is great. I don't know that. So Dave, like, if I met somebody at a bar, it's like, okay.
Okay, well, let me set the scene. Let me set the scene, since Ready to Love always comes together and support each other and stuff like that. So you watching Angie right now, and then a couple of weeks from now, there's a party and y'all all at the party, and Angie slide up on you. You talk to her?
I would have some questions, and I would have a conversation with her, and and then like, oh, okay,
if
this
it connect,
about. I'm like,
pass
me a number. We can see we can get cooking in the kitchen.
Okay.
Sometimes the oven don't work, but sometimes if you strike a match, that oven will turn right on. So.
Okay. Sidebar, real quick. Would you guys prefer to have dated someone that went through this process?
What do you mean?
Like, like how you guys kind of come together and you support each other and stuff. But if you meet a woman and that she's been through this process, whatever season she might have been on, do you think that that's something that can unify you? Like, damn, you've been through the process, okay, let me see where it's hitting at, just because that's one of that's a factor.
Okay,
trauma bonding.
Can I let me just answer this in one way. Let me answer this to you in the most realist way ever, right? The problem with being on in this platform is that everybody that gets on here, most of the people, especially females, right? They get a disease called the process, right? And they think that this shit's still going on and the cameras is off. You ain't in the process no more. but they don't get their head out of the fact that you can date outside of the people from the damn show. The world is yours. And so I feel like a lot of times you see, serial dating still, across multiple seasons, and not like, getting out of the ram and going and, rock with regular people in the real world. They want to, I want that motherfucker from season 3 or season 4, or season 5. See, that's what it is. The process is ongoing, and they have a disease.
That's a great question, Lex.
Great question. Good.
Sometimes it does help. As you
Ty,
can
what are your
see,
thoughts? What are your thoughts, Tyrone?
I'm getting there.
I'm very curious to know what Tyrone thinks.
You can see Sabrina. It's working for Sabrina and Walter.
Uh-huh.
Who
else did it work for?
I gave it a shot.
Who didn't it work for?
Oh, you went on mute? You went on mute for your part, Tyrone? I see how you did that.
No.
I try to say it on
No,
mute.
it was not. It was. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the fact that the camaraderie was there. The fact that you really do have to evaluate yourself deeply, and you do get an understanding of what your boundaries are, so you're not opposed to asking those questions, and then you already have answers to the tough questions, so you can move through things really quickly in the relationship and get the answers that you want. If you are not the most secure person, it could hinder you, because technically she dated 10 other dudes that you're gonna see a lot. It's not like she has a dating history, and you may not never ever see any of those dudes ever. Like we're stuck together. All the events. Go ahead.
Do you count the dates from the show though?
No, what I'm saying is that you may not, that it should matter.
Wait, Mr. Politically Correct. Wait,
yeah.
Mr. Politically Correct.
No, I'll just say it. You're gonna want to know if she smashed anybody from the show.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Please do not use the word date to substitute sex.
No, I said it. You may want, it shouldn't matter, but you may want to know if she smashed any of the castmates.
Gotcha. Where you at, Paul?
It may have an effect on the relationship depending on who the dude is.
Gotcha.
No, Todd's right. Todd's right on that. I think that is one thing that this show does teach you, is how secure you are as a person in a relationship or in the dating game, right? Like I said, we was at the men's lounge, and you're like, yo, I'm vibing with this person in your head, and you hear somebody like, yo, I had this date with her, I gave her a massage, and I'm like, so you like sitting there like, hold up, she ain't mentioned this on the phone. Why? Whoa, what? And you gotta be secure about that as a man. You gotta be secure about that as a woman, and it pops up behind the scenes how the security between men and women, and the security between how you are in this experience, it flares, it rears its ugly head. You may not see it on screen, you may see it on screen, but it is a challenge, and it's something that this does teach you. Now, I don't know if Tyrone answered the original question, so I'm gonna let him rock. I could get him back from last week, but I'm gonna let him. This is my man. He didn't answer the original question, so I'm gonna answer it for him.
What was the original?
Ty is a politician.
Ty was like this. I'm gonna tell you everything, and then I'm gonna answer a different question and make you focus on that, because that had nothing to do with the question that she asked, Ty. But I could get you for last week. I could press you right now and make sure. Hey, Ty, can you explain? Have you ever explored a different season? I'm gonna be real. I have explored seeing what's up with people from different seasons. I've explored it.
Okay.
I've done it. It's something that, it's not even a trauma bond. It's somebody who understands the stress, because it's a lot of stress that you're under. It, like P.O. was saying, you're working. it is a job. It's not just finding love. You are on this, and there were days I was filming like 11 hours, and then you got to go home, finish work, take care of your personal life, and then be on the phone with these people because you're not getting enough camera time or dates to really get to know people. So it's tough.
Thank
Hold
you.
on.
I
Who says
appreciate that.
ain't nobody food? Ain't nobody. I didn't get food. All right, I didn't get food. I dust the flying.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, it is
To,
documented that I've dated someone else from a different season.
Tyrone, you are a politician. I swear. Like
I
you be
just don't
having
want to
my
say no
head
names.
spinning sometimes.
Yeah.
Nah. You be on some politically correct stuff. Like I ask you stuff and you be my head be like what? But it's all
Ty's
good.
like
You trying to keep everybody safe.
You ain't gotta say no names, Ty. You can
That's a
just be
smart
like,
man.
hey, I've explored my connections in other seasons, and leave it at that, bro.
Yeah, it was. I have zero complaints.
Wait,
Well, you know what?
seasons like with the S, like you had like seasons, like multiples. Damn.
I can only speak for myself, Paul.
Oh,
It's just,
So it was
What
just
I
I've only dated because I don't know Phil's history. That's all. That's why
What?
I'm saying that.
oh, you don't say you don't know Phil's history? That's crazy.
No,
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying just speaking for myself.
Jesus, he could have said, I don't know everybody else's history. He's like, I don't know Phil's history.
Oh,
No, it was the
Phil.
only. You're the only people you're the only other person that admitted. That's why you're the only other person
so
that admitted to exploring other seasons. That's all.
yes, I ain't never explored.
I feel some type of way because as a person who gets secrets, I haven't even gotten those secrets. I feel some type of way.
Nah, we don't see the brotherhood don't talk.
No, it wasn't a bunch of YouTube
Yeah, but the
videos.
women usually
Ty's bullshit is my
Like-
bullshit.
like I feel like I heard about Ty. Like I feel like Ty dated somebody from Houston.
What?
What?
I don't know if it was
Damn.
Houston, but I heard about you, Ty. So I think it was
Yeah,
I think it was
Ty's a
somebody from Houston. But I don't really know for sure. But I think that's what I heard. Phil, not Phil. Nah, Phil. Come back on Phil. Don't run, Phil. But I ain't hear nothing about Phil. But
You're not supposed to hear nothing about Phil.
just you and Sydney, but I ain't hear nothing else. P.O., you definitely top secret. I haven't heard nothing about you.
Okay.
P.O. We out here working.
That's it.
So we need to talk
Out
about
here
this
working.
fellas Vault Lounge.
Hey, let's
right?
move on. Let's move on. Yes.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
Let's go.
So the fellas Lounge, they need
Lex out here
to
trying
talk
to get some
about.
tea. I'm gonna be
I
in
know.
those groups trying to find out
Right,
what Lex
yeah.
posts.
They need to
I
talk
ain't
about who
hiding.
they feeling, who they not feeling. So Khalil's top. So I'll go with everyone who said they had a primary connection. So Khalil says Tay, Cisco says Tay, Naeem and Eddie both say Deanna. Jay says Kiara. Hussein says Angie. Fritz says Shanice. And Cam says Rose and Sahara. But Sahara's a wild card. But after you break it down, you get everything.
Taming her.
And the people that they're not feeling, Khalil says Sahara. Cisco says Cisco and Naeem both say Rocky. Eddie actually says he had to pump the brakes on Coley. He also mentioned Sahara. Jay said Rocky. Hussein said Coley. Fritz did say, y'all gonna help me get Sahara out of here. And Cam said Coley. And then you can see Cam get upset about Fritz saying getting Sahara out of here. So I mean, you've seen that man give her the look. You hear what Sahara's saying about them being together in their dates. You've seen both of them lock in and pinky swear to each other on the one-on-one date. And now you're seeing him fight, like literally almost about to fight for her. So I don't know what y'all are seeing, but they together, if you ask me,
Who
at
that?
this point.
Who?
Cam and Sahara.
I don't know.
I think he might have beat once or twice. You know. snuck over there.
I'm
You
not
might have
putting
snuck
nobody
over
out there
there.
like that, but
You might have snuck over there.
whatever PO said sounds pretty
Yeah. And then Tommy mentions that they got double elimination for the ladies, which I think we mentioned something like this, Paul, but it ended up being 3 dates: Sahara and Cam, Eddie and Coley, and Jay and Rocky.
But remember, they always have to have that bubble date where they say you are still ready.
Mhm.
That's why you have 3.
All right,
So
so
that
who's
won't be a
staying?
curveball.
Who y'all think? Who y'all think staying though?
I'll tell you
Um,
who's staying.
Sahara.
Sahara staying.
Yeah,
That's wild, bro.
I'm
Shit,
confident.
wow. That shit
Nah, I think
wild.
Sahara's got the strongest connection out
Yo,
of
how
anybody.
you in the bottom
No,
every week?
no.
Every week though.
But
I'm gonna
she's
be real.
not. I don't think
I
she
don't think Sahara
is.
got. I don't think Sahara got nobody. I think
She
there's
got
some people
Cam.
stringing her along. Like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real. When you have a top 3, you're gonna fight for your top 3. Even if you know that's a weakest link at the bottom. I'm not saying Sahara's a weak link, but you're gonna fight for that 3 that you have because that gives you more options than somebody else. I just don't see her leaving with somebody. My man Cam is out here still getting numbers. My man Cam was like, yo, let me keep getting these connections in week 10.
I feel you. I feel you. But I listen to what Sahara is saying. Sahara is saying, you've been on me. Why are you bringing me here? And even in this state, she says, why are we doing this?
Because somebody, like, I'm not gonna say what PO said, but PO mentioned it earlier. If y'all want to rewind it later on, why are we doing this? Is because you're invested in me in many ways.
Yeah. But then she also mentioned that she heard that he's fighting for her. And I want to know, where she get that information from?
Somebody's talking. And see,
The
here's
men
the
lounge
thing.
always talk.
But let me say this here. Here's how you know Sahara's not going nowhere, because whenever they show you somebody's fighting to keep somebody on the show, they stay on the show, right? Because they want people. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's never been a time where somebody stepped up and said, yo, even when Mark Anthony from was supposed to go or whatever from Florida or from Miami or whatever, that little situation, that debacle, it was the same type of deal. So I feel like
No, I would just the only difference I would think would be like Camille Cornelius. The only time I see somebody fight for somebody and they was like, no, he gotta go. And then she left.
There was a person I fought for and they got sent home. Like literally.
But did they air it though? Did they air it?
Did they air me fighting for them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch that. But there was somebody I fought for and they sent them home. And
who'd you fight for?
I'm not telling you no names.
Well, then they didn't air it then.
I'm just
so you ain't watching
somebody I fought for that was a new connection that came on late, and I put them in my top, and they was like, nah, they had everybody else on some nonsense. It was like, nah, you can't have another connection, and it was like, it was good. I was really tight after that too. I have to say
so
that.
they made you abandon ship, huh?
Yeah, they were like, nah,
you know who we want you to end up with. They said they already knew.
They had it in their head, and I was like, yo, y'all playing this game, y'all gonna be mad.
No.
I think Dallas season to pull a foot for Habibi, and I think they both went home. No,
not at first. Habibi was on after she pulled for him, and then he did some more nut shit, and that's what got him kicked off.
Any more thoughts on the Sahara and Cam elimination date? All right, then we got Eddie and Coley.
Oh yeah,
he admitted the kids was a bit much, and I think so my notes. I said I think she did a research, tried to test them a little bit at the block party, and this date was just a confirmation of what she found. I feel like
Why
you
you
could
giving
see
her?
it in her face. Hmm?
Why you giving her so much credit? Why you giving everybody so much credit?
Because I'm listening to what she's saying and I'm watching her react to what he's saying.
Let me go
So
there.
you think that she did her research on what exactly?
On him.
Because she tried to drunk kiss him. You think she planned? You think she did research? Then she got drunk intentionally to kiss him.
I think that in her experience, if she wanted a guy, she can get a guy. I think she may have saw some things that made her feel like she needs to find out. If it wasn't the drunk kiss, it could have been something else. We don't know what else went on with them. But if you watch their date, there's clearly a point where you could see her roll her eyes and almost like accept that this ain't gonna happen.
I think she's a loose cannon, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Why do you think she a loose cannon?
What do you mean? I told you. Like, well, you probably weren't on, but when she was drunk. She seemed to be the only one that was at the block party drunk. Nobody even appeared to be tipsy, nothing. She was drunk, like drunk, slurring words, drunk by herself. You know, then the whole thing of searching for the hashtag and then the whole kissing. And then even what she said to Eddie was creepy. Like, I'm a contractor. I'm breaking down walls or some stupid stuff. Like, she's bad business. So you could date her if you want to, but guaranteed, eventually you're going to have to get a restraining order or something.
On who? This one right here?
Coley, yeah.
Oh, damn. I love that. That's the type of shit I love.
Yeah, you should go for it.
Nah.
Cross
You know.
seasons. There you go.
Nah, you know.
And,
I like a little bit more meat.
and Coley might be a little bit too light for you too, right, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, she might be a little bit, she might be missing the height range, you know what I mean, the weight range.
Dang, you got a list.
Yeah, I got a list.
Any other thoughts on this Eddie and Coley elimination date?
So,
I also
the
feel
consensus
like
is
if you
everybody's mad
watch
she's trying
her,
to kiss him?
they have the cutaway interviews.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, it looks like she knows
She's going home.
She's already home at this point.
Right. And
She's already home.
Bro, listen, I have it queued up on my thing right now where she is sitting there in the confessional.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm done. Look.
Yeah. She ain't the happiest person in the world.
Let me show y'all this real quick.
Yeah, when they're in a confessional and then they don't start talking about future events or future with a person or the next date, chances are they're gone.
You think that she's done herself, or you think that nobody wants her?
No, at this point, they're bringing her in to talk about the date, so the date already happened. So
Right.
now she's got to talk about. She got to talk about this situation, but she needs to pretend like she hasn't been eliminated. Like you can see it in her face. No, go ahead.
All right, hold on. Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. I got you. I'll add it.
Okay.
I feel like she a liability. They walked her out of that block party. Like, look,
that's crazy. I didn't even see that.
No, look at this.
Eddie,
that's crazy.
Well, thank you.
No, we gonna
because that's still my number one match. And
here we go, right here. This part of the game. Yeah. And then you can see she's like, I gave up.
I just feel like this is gonna be a great date.
I'm already sent home.
Yeah, what show are y'all watching?
The Wednesday after the film, the confessional.
Yeah.
You know, P.O. got that pool. He got that producer pool. He got the exclusive version.
Yeah, I didn't see that. P.O., where you get that from?
Well, when y'all look at the credit, when y'all look at the credits when they roll off, you know my name is on the credits, right?
Facts.
on every episode.
He delivers. That man delivers.
So that boy don't miss.
That man said, I'm the GM and the participant. Like, get out of here.
So, Paul, did you play the part already that you wanted to show us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you miss it?
Yeah,
Did you miss it?
Yeah,
Let me go back just a little bit.
So I was
Oh,
like,
I
yo,
thought
you
it was
saying
long.
again?
No,
I thought it was
you
longer.
can't. Oh.
Excited to walk in and see Eddie sitting at the table.
Without
Thank
sounding like
you.
a pervert,
You're welcome.
that was
Because
that's a
that's still
dope
my-
dress.
My
That's
number
crazy.
one match. And
That's the best you ever
I
looked.
That's
This is
crazy.
the
just feel like
confessional
this
right
is
here.
gonna be a great date.
Got it. I
Yeah,
ordered you
she's
a drink.
clearly checked out.
Yeah. That's the part right there where she's done already, and we know this.
I don't.
And
Right.
There's nobody.
yeah,
There's
right.
nobody. Who else is she connected to?
No one. That's why
So
she's
it's-
trying to.
if he's not.
She's trying to get.
Who else
She's
is he
trying to
connected
show. Huh?
Who else is he connected to?
I mean, he probably
Angie.
did the slam. Yeah, he
Oh,
probably
yeah.
did the slam. Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
Well-
Angie was like, "That's mad disrespectful." So let me just say it like this: maybe Eddie and Angie did the slam dance, and she knew about it, and she tried and kiss dude.
Oh, we,
I'm not.
damn,
I can
that's a
see it.
huge speculation.
I can see it.
I'm not.
I mean, because listen, people, like I said, there was people laying in people's beds by this episode. All right, on my season. Okay, so
You keep bringing that up. Can we get some names now?
Was there people sleeping in people's beds in our season?
I'm sure there was. As a matter of fact, I know there was. By episode 6 or 7, there was at least 2 people being bedroom buddies.
So who was in the bed, Paul?
A man and a
Give
woman.
Give us the guy's name. Since the guy can get away with stuff, give us the guy's name.
I could get
All
away.
right,
with
I'll
what?
tell you what. They had they had an E in their name.
Nice try.
Yeah, me thinking like I had to go through the quick list. Like,
Special.
let's see.
That's a short list. That's
Special.
a short list. Wait,
We're
Fernando.
talking about
Oh shit!
fall
Let me shut
season.
up.
I know
Let me
what I
shut
wanted
up.
to bring
Yeah, no,
up.
you got it.
Right.
I wanted to
Oh,
bring up
no,
this
no,
joke
no. Hell no!
to show
I
that
was in
they
the
locked
house.
in.
I was in the house. I was on the couch. My ass was on the couch early, nigga. What you talking about?
Because you know, once you start feeding somebody, you locked in, right, Paul?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Wait, once you start feeding somebody, you locked in?
That's what they.
Nah,
that's
Paul
how
know
they
that.
do it.
I refuse. Oh,
Help me understand that.
That was an
You
inside
know,
joke.
Oysters, pickles.
Oh,
Any more thoughts on the
Remember that
Eddie and
shit.
Coley date?
Nah.
After the Eddie and Coley, there's Jay and Rocky. I think Jay does a superb job here, but I think even Rocky knows that this is the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody romantically connecting with her. I think she's just super cool. All the fellas is like, "Yo, this is the homie, and I want to go party and hang out with you and laugh."
can I ask a question?
no.
Yeah,
Do y'all mind her titties hanging that low? Like, I don't really have big boobs, so I'm not really sure. But when I look at it, I'm
That's
like,
my
girl, why you
favorite.
not wearing a bra?
hmm
So
I
you
wouldn't
don't
care.
mind it?
Bra, no bra. I won't look at her. So I don't care if it was a bra, no bra. I ain't looking at her. I don't even see her.
Right. Well, I did add some updated pictures of her in the group. So she lost weight, changed her hair up and stuff like that. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. But see on the
What
reunion.
about the rest of
Besides
y'all?
look on the reunion.
Paul, Phil.
No, so for me personally, I prefer, a smaller cup. You know what I mean? Than rather the larger, because they just get in the way.
I'm just confused. Like in every outfit, they just there, like blue. Like,
I'll be real. Yeah, she should have probably did something with that, right? There's ways you could pull it off. That wasn't it.
This
That
is
was
just that's
way-
Now
just
I
one
do
of
think
those.
her.
This is just one of those
I do
instances
think her.
where gravity rears its ugly face. But you know,
I do think her nipples are pierced though. So is that a plus?
Yo, Lex, where you find it? Hold up, Todd, go play that video again. I need to look at this. Lex, all up in this. Hold up.
I don't.
Hold
You.
up.
I don't think you can see it in there. But she has something. She has something else she was wearing with a lighter color, and I think they're pierced.
Yeah, nipple rings are a plus, but they're not going
I
to
mean,
save
yeah,
everybody.
it's still this. Like I said, there's certain outfits you could rock and you could pull it off. There's a lot of celebrities who pull it off. It's not this outfit. I'll just say that. It's
well,
not this
well,
outfit.
I'll say this. In all fairness,
And
I'll
she's
say
sitting
this.
slouched too, so it's not helping.
Yeah, in all fairness, I feel like this here. You should know how you want to be represented on TV. And if you're okay with this, I'm all right with it.
No,
Am I dating that? Not so much.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. That's not always the case because remember, we can't wear what we would normally wear.
But
right?
did you? But,
Well, a
but
lot of the
hold
men.
on, hold on,
Yeah.
bro. But nobody did shopping for us. We did our own shopping.
I know, but
Right.
remember,
So
we had
whatever you brought.
I had some crazy ass outfits, so I could speak from my own perspective. I had some crazy shit that I never picked that I probably would never wear. The shit's still in the closet. Like I had somebody telling me like, "Yo, pick this and wear this. It's gonna look fly." And I'm sitting there like, "Yo, why I look like this right now? Why am
Right.
I in a confessional in like a dashiki? Like this is not it. This ain't it. This
Nah,
ain't it." And I'm like, "Yo, this is not me." And you can see it because I'm like, "Yo, I know I feel uncomfortable. I know you know I feel uncomfortable. Why they got me in this?"
But
And
why
it's
did you
crazy.
show them
And I
that?
spent my own money for it, which is even worse. I'm like, yo, even at the the pool party, they had me in some pastel outfit, 2-piece outfit. I'm sitting there like, yo, I would never go to a pool party in this. But
Yeah.
they like, yo, we like this. Like, and you gotta wear the approved clothing because you can't wear any labels, you can't wear anything that.
That's true.
So here I am in a pastel outfit, enjoying life at the pool in 100-degree weather.
I had a committee. I brought my sister and my niece in so they could be part of it too. And my sister was the final authority on all my outfits. Once I told her the rules, she was like, "Okay, cool. No pastels, no labels. All right, let me see. And what did I do? I had a shared photo album through my phone, and then we would go through that. And the last thing that was gonna happen was her have me on screen looking crazy. So yeah, Lex.
Yeah, on our reunion, I had literally 12 different tuxes.
Yeah, I could have
Yeah.
went a little harder on the reunion too. Kept it a little tame.
When I went to the reunion, they told me the tux to wear. I brought 2 tuxes. The one that they told me to wear when I sat down, I just had it tailored and I split the pants. I was like, damn. So I had to pivot to my other joint, and then I showed up in that. What was they gonna do? Tell me to go home? I'd have went.
So there was double elimination. 2 of the ladies have to go, but we had 3 dates. I want y'all to let me know who y'all think is staying. Also, for everyone in the comments, let me know who y'all think is not gonna make it and why.
Kiara should go. I forgot she was still there. Rocky should go.
You
I
said
don't know why she's
Kiara?
still there. Yeah.
Kiara?
Ain't that her name?
Oh, you mean Sahara?
No, the girl who baby dad is in jail.
Oh wow.
Kiara. I think it's Kiara.
She's not an option right now.
She's on chopping block.
It's Sahara, Coley, and Rocky.
Well, then it's gonna be Rocky and
Coley. Yeah, if they get rid of Sahara, I'll be salty.
Why are you gonna be
But
salty, man?
I just feel like she's gonna bring bring a little bit more to the show.
But that's the one
And-
thing. It's like
and either of
they
them.
keep people for this wild card entertainment. Like, no offense, this is my dude now, but Corey from our season, I wanted to fight Corey so many times, and I'm like every week, I'm like, yo. Now Corey's cool because now it's like after the show you find out more about people, but during this, I'm like, yo, what kind of nah, man, we don't play these games. Like, but every week, I'm like, yo, how is this man? And it happens. So keeping people on for entertainment value is wild to me because in my head I was like, yo, we thought we were doing this for a specific purpose, but then you realize some of the entertainment it works. TV. So you gonna keep who else is causing drama?
I
Right.
feel
But-
like if they want the drama, they should keep Coley then.
Nah, just
Well-
because she ain't gonna pair up well with nobody else.
I don't think she's
But she-
causing enough of the good drama that you're gonna have. Like you're having
It's one-way drama.
yeah, you're gonna have like more of sympathy than actual drama because she's not really vocal against anybody else. She's not sitting
Not
there
yet.
talking.
No,
Not
listen,
yet.
she,
What you
she's-
looking
when-
for?
when she got eliminated,
I
the
would like to
first
keep
time-
her, but
when she got
like-
eliminated the first time, she said, "Fuck off," basically.
That oh yeah.
And who got a stronger connection than Sahara? Nobody.
them three,
in my
who's
opinion.
her
connection?
Yeah, not out of them.
Everyone else
Who's her
just met
connection?
their person this week.
Who's her connection? I'm gonna be real. She don't got a connection.
Cam.
That's not his connection, dog. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you this
It
right
might-
now. You know it. That's not it. I'll be surprised. Maybe they'll surprise me and they end up leaving, but that ain't it. That's not.
I
We
think
was just
I
last
think
week
I think
talking
Campbell.
about- what was that other girl that he was all
Rose.
yeah. Last week we was just like, yo, man, look at this date. And then it's like, that's not it. My man is back to my first comments from the second episode. My man's here for a good time.
Can I
But
ask
what's
a
better
question?
TV? Sahara and
My man's
Cam
like,
or
yo,
Rose and
that
Cam?
fire the calendar is gonna be fire after this.
Sahara.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I think Rose is going to end up getting hurt again. Unfortunately, that's my prediction.
Rose ain't gonna last. She too nice. She too. I don't want to say the word soft because she's not a soft person, but I think she's just too of a kind person. And I think she don't bring the drama or the spark that's needed for TV.
Yeah, I think
No.
unfortunately she might be the odd person at the mansion just wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
think
know,
her person.
So- Can I ask this question? So let's say Cam does pick Sahara. Is it a thing wherever your friends be like, yo, dude, like, what you doing with that? Like, do y'all do that to your friends?
No, we just
so
let
we
people
say
live.
if you happy,
Let them live.
If it make you happy, it
if
makes me
you happy, I'm happy, bro.
Good.
You know,
And that's a
ain't
clear
gotta do
sign
it.
that they're thinking what they're thinking, but your people's gonna stick behind you.
yeah.
Well,
You
let me ask
happy,
you this
I'm
real
happy.
quick. Little sidebar. So one time I was talking to this girl. She told me she was the side piece to a dude. The day before his wedding, he was with her, told her he loved her, but said that he was marrying the girl because she fit into his life better, as far as his parents and stuff, as far as his career and his friend circle.
That's a
The
real
girl
thing.
that he said that he was in love, she was really heavy. You know what I mean? She was cute in the face, but she was really heavy. The other one now, you know, aesthetically pleasing and stuff like that. So is that a thing?
I mean, I'll tell
Yeah.
you this.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much.
Now,
He did it because he
without knowing
can.
all
He
the-
don't have to commit to her.
without knowing
And
the
the other
particulars,
girl may have given him an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It's like keeping
a
your
lot of-
job. You know what you got to do to keep your job. You
He
can do the
just
bare
said she
minimum
fit
with a
better.
woman too.
Yeah.
He told her that the other girl fit in his life better. Like, I guess he couldn't take the big girl to his parents. You know,
Well-
I just want to know if you guys feel like that's a thing. Like, you know, who you bring home
Yeah.
matters.
Hell yeah.
I think
mean-
I think it matters, but at the same time, too, you got to think, you got to question, like, if somebody's on their back and they know I'm getting married, and you still gonna be on your back the day before the wedding. I know that you just locked in and you just gonna be on your back through the duration until I quit this stuff. You're here and you're locked in. So
Yeah.
why would you not? I mean, and if you're willing to buy that story, that's fine. But at the
He was
same
paying
time,
her rent. He was doing a bunch of stuff.
I mean, not paying rent and stuff like that ain't, that's nothing. Look, listen, think about it this way. If a man is going out dating women every week, all types of women every week, that's rent by the end of the month. So he's just paying, he's paying what he's take care of what he got to take care of. If I pay rent for somebody, I'm gonna have a key to that crib. So he get to come in, get his rocks off and then go home and take a shower and do it again.
But did she stay though? Did she stay after he got married?
No.
Damn, I know she got it. I know,
but she was willing. But she was willing to be the.
I think she thought that he wasn't going to go through with the wedding because he was always with her. You know what I mean? And everything that he was supplying and stuff like that. And then when he still went ahead with it, and I think also too, when he told her that girl fits better in my life, I think it kind of was like a wake-up call. Like, I think especially because she was heavy set, so I think it kind of made her feel like, my weight is an issue, and it was bad, and she just stopped it.
I mean, if she is not aesthetically pleasing, like she might cover a lot of bases. She might be very, sweet and sincere and loving and all that kind of
Oh,
good stuff.
she's
But
pretty in the face.
yeah, but I'm saying I have a weight limit, so I don't care how much you do for me. There'll come a point where I'm be like, all right, can't go no further than this because I am not walking that down now.
But why would I promote you from admittedly being a side chick? Why would I promote you?
You happy in your lane, so I'm gonna enjoy you while you're in that lane.
All right.
Got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when does the body paint happen? Is that this week coming?
That's next week. It's called The Nudist is the name, I think, of the next episode. I was going to ask, is there any predictions for next week? They did show
Cisco got painted naked.
Some shots for next week. It didn't look like much, just a couple of dates. Looked like some go-kart dates. But then at the end, I did catch this. So it looks like, they're making some progress.
Did y'all talked about them already, right?
But this was the preview for next week.
And it's after he saw Shanice naked. Dang.
Yes, it looks like it.
Damn, sure.
So no. So if I was to guess, I would say this is probably a one-on-one date during the episode, but she don't know that they was naked until they get to the end in the vault.
Wait, were they naked or was she naked?
Shanice was naked.
Shanice's breast was out. It's definitely out.
Wait, excuse me?
Said she was naked. On the video, it said she was naked.
Yeah, she said she was completely naked, and I feel like she, that's her card. She got her body done. She want everybody to see it.
And she a nudist. She said she a nudist. So she was rated.
She a nudist after that BBL.
Who is this?
I can believe
Shanice.
Which one is Shanice? I can look at these.
She wore the gloves.
The entrepreneur.
Oh, okay.
I call her Glove Girl. She's got gloves on.
All right. So we're good, y'all. We're almost at 2.5 hours. Do we have any other thoughts on this week or next week? If not, we can close out.
Is that a deal breaker for you guys? Oh, sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
Suppose you meet a girl and she was on TV and she ended up getting naked. Would you still date her?
If she was on TV and got naked.
Right. So suppose hypothetically, you guys aren't the cast, right? Mm-hmm. You meet her on the street. She like, hey, I was on Ready to Love Philly. And then you watch the episode and there she is naked. Would you still continue to date her and take her seriously?
I mean, I want to see I might see what it's all about, but it depends on how it unravels.
Yeah. Like,
How
mean,
is
It's the
it
context of
not?
the situation.
Listen,
Yeah.
people get naked. Let me explain this to you. People get naked in front of other people all day, every day. So
People get naked every day, B.
So yeah, so you already mentioned that she was a nudist,
yeah,
right? So
so
then I would be
so
aware of that as well, and I'm taking that into consideration. So that would have been the first thing. If I could get past that, then I'm gonna assume that people have already seen her naked, and if I have to accept that, then clearly I'm accepting that
but
she's been naked.
I mean, that's just like being an exhibitionist, right? Like, so at the end of the day, like, how many people have gone to a nice island in their hotel and you're up on the top floor and you're on the balcony. And then if your people that you with, your girl want to do something sneaky and freaky, what you want to be like, oh, let's take it inside, or you want to just do it right there?
But I think that's a little different than actual having some video footage that
Oh,
people
ain't
can
nobody
watch on
own
TV.
it. Own it. It's not like own is goddamn Pornhub or whatever.
So you
They
cool
ain't
with it?
they not
Yeah.
gonna show.
That's what you're
They not
saying. You're
show.
cool with it?
I wouldn't care. To me, it's like, okay, the doctor seen you naked, your ex-man seen you naked, and the other 12 or 15 or whatever people you was with before me seen it. So no, I don't
But
care.
all the fellas, all the panelists done seem to naked too.
I
I
didn't see
don't.
it yet. Y'all need to show me where this is.
No, but I mean, we would have seen her. Phil would have seen her.
No,
Why
because
you
Fernando
calling
would have
my
seen her.
name out here, man? You trying to
I'd
sell
have
me
seen
my
her.
name,
I
bro?
said
Like,
Fernando too, man.
you
I
didn't say you
mean,
said Phil would have seen it.
Phil would have
I'm
seen it.
asking for where I can see it so I can
Next
evaluate.
week. Next
Oh, it's
week.
next week?
listen,
Uh,
Yeah.
listen. Let me explain this to you. You guys watch movies. We watch movies all the time. Like, you see people getting beat up, getting their shit beat up in the movie on regular movies.
but that's different than your girl, though.
Would
Yeah,
you
you're
not?
not
So
dating
you
that
wouldn't.
person.
I'm
So
gonna be
Yeah.
what
real.
I'm saying
I
is
think it
if you
comes down.
saw like Gabrielle Union, get destroyed in a movie, all right, and you see her out, you're not gonna wife her like if if you guys click well. I mean, it's just
So
TV.
But that's a
so
little bit
are you
different. 'Cause
saying
we know
No, it
she
ain't
so are
got
you
different.
it's a
No.
little different.
wait,
I
producer,
was
are
talking
you
about
about that
saying
in
that the
Gabby
sex
North
scenes are real?
I mean, okay, if a man is kissing on a woman's breast, is that like there's no way to fake that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but we talking about penetration.
I mean, but he's not Cisco or whoever ain't penetrating on Ready to Love either.
Okay, got you. Solid.
on
Yeah,
Thank you for
camera.
it.
so I mean,
Camera.
and
Camera.
realistically, it's a little bit deeper because you see passion and they trust and believe. I mean, we all been on set. Everybody here has been on set before. You don't just do one scene and it's a one-time deal, right? You take multiples of that, walking in or whatever. So when they do their little sex scenes in movies or whatever, you're gonna see that. Just like, so it is what it is. I wouldn't care.
I think it
Okay.
comes down
That's-
to I think it comes down to the guy, right? It comes down to, again, it goes back to the security of how secure you are, right? At the end of the day, everything is in for everybody. There are going to be some men who aren't secure enough to deal with that are going to be like, yo, this ain't me. I can't be out here and everybody seeing her goodies. And there's some people that are just going to be like, yo, I could deal with this because, you know what I mean? Like P.O. said, people get naked every day, B. And it's like, I could deal with this. And there's more context that comes with it because at the end of the day, you got to have that conversation with that person to find out the mentality. If that's something that they doing and they doing it on, OnlyFans and everything like that, and they comfortable with that, that's a different ball game. But if you did this during your one-time experience on TV, if you're
Right.
secure enough to deal with it and look past that, and this person's actually a good person, the President of the United States
Yeah, you know what I mean? He
got
duffed,
himself
he duffed Stormy
wholesome.
Daniels, and he brawled that while his wife was knocked. So come on, man.
And paid 6 figures for it. God.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't never had
You
6
know?
figures worth of that.
Different strokes for different
Nah.
folks. All puns intended. All puns intended.
Like I'll say for me, depending on the situation. So like they was on a date, they doing a little paint thing, you know, if it was part of it would be to be topless, and so she decided to be topless because of the situation, I can see past that. But if you just at the mansion, everybody chilling, you know, the little weekend getaway, and you run around the house naked just because, I'm looking at you a little differently. Like I'm gonna judge you
Right.
based on that because you seem a little loose. That's what my difference is. Like I understand
Yeah.
everybody get naked, but it depends on where you get naked at and the situation of why you naked.
You out here just showing everybody. Now I want to see
Yeah.
what the context of this paint date is. Is she naked, just naked, or she got paint on her? And it's like, this because that's crazy. I want to know who suggested this.
She
on
opens
Own
her
on
robe.
date?
She opens her robe to get painted, and she's naked. Me
he signed
personally,
her
I
name.
feel like you
So-
could have got a brown, like a nude bathing suit, and just achieved the
Yo,
same thing.
Hold
Because
up. Y'all
Okay,
being
but
real?
so hold on. But we don't know. Like, did he see the naps? I mean, was
He
it
saw
naked,
everything.
naked,
He
or-
signed his name on her breasts in paint.
Look at Phil.
Damn.
This
The
next
whole
thing
team.
he said? Yo, Todd,
Francisco
make sure you
with a
send
whole
me the
name.
link. 'Cause I gotta investigate this for myself. Look, I'm gonna be really upset if this gets played because for the amount of dates I asked for on Own, and this one got through. This one,
Right.
I'm gonna
they're
still
going
watch.
in a different direction.
I need to assess what my decision would be based off of what they show. But
All right.
I don't know if my man signing. That's gonna be a real bad ending.
I got it.
All right. Take will be her feelings.
Oh, you
dog.
got the clip?
Who is that?
Thomas.
Yeah, they all looking different. This go-kart, I would have loved to have done. We did our go-kart and it was horrible.
Oh.
Bring it in. That was staged.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you two should really kiss.
Yeah, I'm assuming y'all
shit.
shit in the new one, right?
Oh, he look at his eyes. He's like, holy.
Oh man, y'all made it seem like
Look, there you go.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rewind it, Todd.
It was down to. You see my name right there? It was down
She
to.
opened the whole
nap.
robe up. She opened the whole joint up. She was like, fuck it, nigga. You can see all this.
Damn.
She like, I paid for it.
She out, Phil.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is one of those things that they're gonna keep from her, and she's gonna find this out at the end, and you're gonna see it during the reunion, and it's gonna be popping.
Oh yeah.
This is one of those setups. Yeah.
No, they know. She knows. Tay knows.
She don't know this to that point though.
I don't think she
says
knows.
it.
She gonna know.
She
She
says
know in
it,
the
didn't
vault.
it?
She said in the vault.
No, she says they're naked, and this is her response. Yeah, she said, I ain't really like it, blah, 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 blah.
Look.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you, there was some
let me see.
that I told people about afterwards, and then when they found out and saw the full scene, it wasn't exactly how I said it. I didn't give all the details of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like she gonna be like, yeah, they were body painting and everything, and then she gonna be like, whoa, you ain't tell me you were signing.
Yeah, she just said, don't sit well with me.
Yeah, I mean, but see, that might have been a catch-up interview that she said that in after the reunion.
After the reunion, or just after that episode?
I mean, during the reunion. You know how when you go to the reunion, they be like, "Oh, we want you to catch these episodes up. We just need to get you to say X, Y, and Z." Wow, like man, that shit.
Hold up. Question: What did y'all say about dude? I came on late. Did y'all? How did y'all feel about my man and his situation?
When his homelessness or whatever, his room rental.
Yeah,
is that what we talking about?
Yeah,
I just said, I've seen brothers like that down and out before, but I guess I thought, Phil, the short version is that you're in the wrong theater right now for your life story. You need to focus on, getting your stuff together and not trying to, bag females. But that was my version in a nutshell.
I call bullshit on it.
You think you lying?
I think he's setting himself up for success later on after the show. Like, you know how everybody needs a story. Oh, I was homeless, and he was homeless in Puerto Rico when he fought in the war and all this. I don't even know. Like,
Bro, I mean, he ain't got no whip though. Like, you got not having a car is crazy in Philly.
And saying it on live TV, even if it's for sympathy or whatever,
Right.
oh, people gonna see it and not see the sympathy part. They'll be like, nigga, you broke.
Yeah.
he has his Cash App on his Instagram.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he do.
Oh,
See, y'all be stalking.
You know what? I don't even
Gotta watch
don't
on Philly
even
joints, dog. They be on your page, dog. Philly joints
I
be
don't-
on your
Well,
page.
you know I gotta go to the pages, so I gotta go to the
Do you?
pages.
Do you gotta go to the pages?
I do. I gotta give the people what they need, so I gotta give them the pages and stuff. So yeah, I visit, and then I peeped it that he had his Cash App, and I thought it was so tacky. But then this came out, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's why. So
Damn. I mean, you know
Man,
what?
I feel bad.
I'm about to
gonna
update my
capitalize off
shit,
this.
put my Cash App on there too.
My
People
shit.
just giving out the random dollars and shit. Like,
Nah, man.
I do
I'm
think, and I
doing that.
have seen it before, that if you have something while your season is going on, and you do have something that you are pushing, people that like you will buy stuff. I think Denise in her season, I think she was doing like a lip gloss and a t-shirt. A couple people brought t-shirts and her lip gloss. I can't remember the list, but there was some people that they were doing little things. There was one girl, she's in Houston. She got the coffee. Somebody brought her coffee while she was doing it. So they will support you if they like you. So him
Well,
saying that and having that Cash App up, cha-ching.
Damn,
I'm about to do that right now.
that boy
Let me
smart.
play.
That boy smart.
That boy, he thought this out. He's like, yo, y'all gonna feel sorry for me.
Mhm.
And
You know
roast me
how-
at the same time. But
Yeah, see, where everybody thought he was gonna get that put a little donation basket out. I'm
Hell yeah,
got smart.
I build you an OnlyFans page before I send you some money on Cash App.
Hey, but guess what though? I ain't mad at however you gotta hustle it, you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah,
It's better than being out there selling that Fetty Wap.
I mean, did he? Maybe I missed it. It's been a long day. Did he say what the situation was?
He was
divorce.
married and he was divorced.
Yeah, he married and struggled to find work after the divorce.
Right, but then there was some kind of scene where he went back to, like, I was in Puerto Rico, and I don't know if it was I don't know where it came from, but
I don't think that was on the
somewhere
show. I
he-
think it was separate.
maybe
You
a
know how they have
behind
the
the scenes.
separate- Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like one of those. They doing a lot of behind the scenes footage that they cut out or whatever. And he was saying something about being in Puerto Rico, and I didn't listen. Once I heard that, I was just like, it's a wrap.
See, that makes me. I had one thought. I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna knock another brother while he's down, especially a black man. I'm never gonna knock him, right? Everybody's got to hustle. Everybody's got to try to make it, and we don't know what his background situation is. But I would be curious to know what his situation was before this divorce. That ain't my business, but I would be very curious to know, because if you got wiped out by a divorce, there's a lot of leniency. Or did you get divorced because your situation wasn't right? Then we got to analyze, like, my brother, you in the wrong thing. But because I don't know, I want to support that man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not easy to put yourself out there, even though Lex thinks that he's out here, shaking his tin cup on the Cash App. But if he's really going through that, man, that's tough. But I applaud him for, being honest, because it takes a better man. It takes a better man to say that.
And I don't know if y'all said it yet.
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You finish.
No. There's a lot of people that will fake it in front of the cameras and be like, "Yo, I'm this, I'm that, this." You know what I mean? So my man out here, if that's a real situation, you know, I hope he's setting himself up for success in the future. But
No doubt.
I'm just curious about his mother, why he couldn't stay with her, because he said it like, you know, my mother had an issue or something, and he couldn't stay with his mother, had to go rent a room, and so you know, what I mean, I'm just kind of
Hold on,
curious. 'Cause
hold on, y'all. I think we could just let's just close out, and then we could do this convo behind the scenes.
No doubt. Say goodbye, Ty.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead, Lex.
All right, y'all. This has been real. It's your girl Lex Royal. You can find me in the Facebook group, Ready to Love Facebook group, and also April 4th on.
Right after the tariffs go up. That's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
be reviewing that. You got any body pain out there?
Oh,
man.
yeah. You ain't see the commercial?
Oh yeah.
I need to see.
I
the-
wrote my
I see
name
the
on it.
commercial. Let's see the commercial. You gotta see it. We're about to do a review for Lex.
I'm with it.
Boom. Yo, you already know what it is. PO 100 sightings, ptaylorlux.com. You know, I'm here, man. You know, that's what it is. I'm living life. This is beautiful. I don't work for nobody. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't hurting. I'm living. Like I'm not in prison. Over the field.
I'm just happy and say it's your favorite hero or something. Because that threw me off guard last time. I was like, how do you follow that? It's crazy.
It's not your favorite hero. It's holla at your hero.
Oh, holla at you. My
Yeah, no
apologies.
doubt.
I'll make
you
sure
got
I
it.
write it down and get it right next week. What's going on is respectfully P. I just say this. I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world. I know we do this to bring some entertainment value to everybody, but I know it's a lot of craziness in our personal lives and a lot of craziness that we see going on TV. I just want to make sure everybody's, you know, keeping their mental right and just leaning on each other during these times. So I'm gonna leave it with that. Hope everybody's good, healthy, mentally right, you know, and being successful in this life and managing these hard times. So
Respect.
Yeah, it was Mr. Try being savage, never been average. I ain't chasing no hoes. Someone out here chasing that cabbage. You heard me? I wish y'all had
bars.
I mean, that's something. No, but for real though, backing up what Phil said, like I know it's a lot going on out here. You know, we see a lot of things on the mic, but at the end of the day, I wish everybody the best, both the audience as well as the cast members on Philly. It's no shade, it's no hate. We just showing love. We just giving our perspective and our opinions, but ultimately, we want all of them to do good and be successful in all the ways that they can. And I said, thank Ty again for the opportunity to be on here, and I'll check with you guys later, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Thank you,
definitely.
Ty.
For sure.
We
Thank
still
you for
gonna
that,
ask
though.
you we're gonna start next week with answering how do you feel about cross show dating, and we'll I think we just start off with that next week. I think that the fans, you owe it to the fans. I think you owe it to the audience. You know, as your boy, I want to make sure I hold my brothers accountable. Your bullshit is my bullshit. So next week, I'm gonna write it down. This is my payback for you, Ty. Gotcha. You know I was gonna get next week. We are starting off, and that's the first question.
We can get there. There is some well-documented footage of me and my dating history from other casts. You gotta do a quick Google.
On that. You put an S on that for the cat.
No.
Cast assist.
Yes.
Quick Google search, you could get some answers. But as a mental health advocate and someone who has been in a similar situation, I could say it's not about where you are, but where you end up. You know, everyone's path to success is different. As long as you get there, everything in between, everyone's situation is different. So we're here for you, Cisco, as well as the rest of the cast. Feel free to reach out to us at any point in time with any questions, comments, if you need introductions or anything. Yeah, I can leave it at that. Look forward to seeing you all next week. I look forward to April, so we can definitely get on this second season of Never Ever Met. to see Lex. I know that's going to be fun. And, you all have a great night.
All
All
right,
right,
y'all. Be
people.
safe.
Be blessed. Yeah. Be blessed.